Valimai is a 2022 Tamil action thriller film written and directed by Vinoth and stars Ajith Kumar, Kartikeya Gummakonda, Huma Qureshi and Gurbani judge alongside Sumithra, Raj Ayyappa, Ajith Kumar, Dhruvan and Dinesh Prabhakar among others. Valimai is a movie that I consider to be better than Beast. At least I enjoyed the first half of Valimai. However, going into this, there is some things you should know that this movie is really just for Ajith fans. I mean, his introduction scene alone would tell you that. And in this movie, there's some crazy similarities to The Dark Knight, wherein the guy dresses in all black, even with his face covered. And in this instance, Ajith Kumar wears all black with his face covered but using a helmet. There's even a point in this movie where he has to choose between saving his family or saving the ones he loves or saving the public. So so there are a few instances to The Dark Knight in this film. And anyways, there are a lot of things that I like, not by much, but most of these are there just in the first half. I like the investigative aspect of the film, and in any movie, I love that, where one intellectual is going after another intellectual. I love those stories, which is why Thanyoruvan is like one of my favorites in the Tamil industry. Similarly, Ajith Kumar in this movie is perceived as this very intelligent, genius, no nonsense cop and no nonsense honest cop who does zero things wrong. He's a saint in this film, okay? There's even a point in the movie where he feels like you should not kill criminals. Similar to the ideologies of Batman. So, there are a lot of connections between this to The Dark Knight. But I like the investigative aspects, him trying to find this network and eventually leading up to Kartikeya. I liked that. However, we never really connect with the main villain of the movie, played by Kartikeya. His character is not fleshed out, so we end up with a guy that has tattoos all over his body with a motivation to cause chaos. What actually did work are the action set pieces. I loved the way everything is shot, although there were some camera angles which I felt were unnecessary and felt like the movie was trying to be overly stylistic. In either case, I love the action set pieces. Like, there's so much work that went into the action. I can definitely see that in this film. And even though some of the action scenes feel a bit nonsensical, it still felt very entertaining. And that's one of the biggest plus points for this film, and that is the action piece. And Ajith Kumar is known for doing action. Like, I can definitely see Ajith Kumar did some of the action in this film, and I really enjoyed that. The one thing which I loved in this movie over, Ajith's competition is Vijay. I think it's all common knowledge at this point. So the one thing, this is the only comparison I will make to Beast again, okay? So the only thing that I would put this movie over Beast is its ability to create tension. This movie at least gives an attempt at creating tension between the hero and the villain. It fails, but they give an attempt. This is something that Beast completely failed at, despite having a director like Nelson. So this is one thing which I will definitely hold over Beast, and the one thing which I might choose this movie over Beast is that the first half in this movie is light years better than the first half given at Beast. I actually did a review of that. I actually watched Beast in theaters, and that's one of the reasons I waited so long to do this film. That's it. Anyways, back to this film. Aside from the action set pieces, there wasn't really anything in the movie that gravitated me towards it or gave me any sort of connection. Especially with the supporting cast, each and every supporting cast is either one-dimensional, such as Sumithra playing the mother, Ajith Kumar is the alcoholic brother, and Huma Qureshi is the supporting colleague. It's either that or they're caricatures like GM Sundar and Dinesh Prabhakar as the corrupt cops, and the Gurbani judge or Bani J as the villain's girlfriend. Huma Qureshi was such a wasted character, as the character gets one badass scene but then is pushed aside as the sidekick. Bani J was also such a wasted character. However, my biggest problem with the movie And like, the biggest problem is with the second half. The second half drags on, making this movie around 3 hours. I will put in the total runtime here, but the movie is unnecessarily long. It did not need to be this long, and what makes it so long, and you really feel the runtime. So what makes this movie almost 3 hours long is the family sentiment that is in the film, and it's not very convincing. Like, I never once thought that Raj Ayyappa going rogue, betraying his family and everything he stands for, the build up to that was non-existent. It's just given as a twist moment, and now the entire second half is about that. So I really never bought into the family sentiment. I doubt most people would, but it's there and it overly extends the movie. However, Ajith Kumar again really shines in this. Like, the action set pieces really tries to compensate for the lack of script or lack of plot in this film, what I was getting at. So yeah, the emotional core of the movie that's in the second half, it was something that I never really got to connect with. However, Ajith Kumar carries this film. Without him, this film would be a massive flop. This movie is tailor-made for Ajith fans. And anyways, if you are looking to watch a movie that's very huge on action set pieces and impressive stunts, then I would recommend this movie. But just don't go into it with a lot of expectations, and you'll be fine. And just know that if you're not an Ajith Kumar fan, then you will feel a similar way with this film. You will not feel as connected as an Ajith Kumar fan would. Even the lack of comedy and it's a whole thing. If you just want to watch a very huge action film, then this is the movie for you. You can watch this movie on Z5. It's not a bad movie, but I wouldn't necessarily say this is a good one either. The first half was really the best parts, so you'll really enjoy that at least. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please don't forget to check out more of my videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.